To you and welcome to the Fresh Anointing Show. Thanks for joining us on another great day. It is Wellness Wednesday on the Fresh Anointing Show, and today we have with us Gloria Jones Horton. Welcome to the show, Gloria.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a
How are
pleasure.
you today?
I'm doing pretty good. And yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great, doing great. It's another day that God has made, and He's allowed me to be a part of it. So I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to rejoice and thank Him for this day. So I thank you for being a part of the Fresh Anointing Show. And also, I just want to thank the family and the friends, those that are watching and that are supporting the Fresh Anointing Show. Also, want to let you know that the Fresh Anointing Show is uh, on Roku, on what is it, WJTG. Uh, and what is that? I can't even remember what it is now. I've been saying it, but WJTD is Pastor Walker at Freedom Worship Center. It's the broadcasting program that he has, and the Fresh Anointing Show is on there along with other great programs as well. So I want to give a shout out to him. And you can watch different programs that will help you to grow in your walk, in your journey. And all you have to do is click on the uh, what do you call that? The QRC. Once it pops up on the screen, and you will be able to um, just go right there to it. It'll take you right to that video on demand. And so just click on that QRC, take you right there, and you can watch just a whole bunch of programming from W uh, Journey to Greatness, WJTC. Uh, I'm sorry, WJTG, Journey to Greatness from Pastor Randall Hall Walker and the Freedom Worship Center. So check that out and check out all those other wonderful programs as well. And so now it's time to get to the business at hand and go to work. Gloria, I wanted you to kind of tell us as we talk about supporting mental wellness in our schools. Um, Talk to us a little bit about that. But research has demonstrated that students who receive social, emotional, and mental and behavior health support have a much better success rate academically. Uh, the school, the climate, the classroom behavior, engagement, and learning, and students' sense of connectedness and their well-being. And I think that's so important as we look at that and think about our world today and the world that we live in. Most of all, that it is so challenging today in what's happening in the children that are in school today. When I was coming up, I tell my son all the time, I said, man, the world today is so complicated. When I was growing up, it was just really, really easy and simple. Life was easy, life was simple. But today is so complex. There's so much going on. And I believe that it's so important that we kind of stand behind the mental wellness of our children in our schools today. And so Gloria is going to help us to kind of dig into a little bit of that and understand some of that. And so, Gloria, first of all, tell us a little bit about what you do and how you got involved in the mental wellness area.
Alrighty. I'll just go ahead and begin by telling you that I do attend the Johnson C. Smith University. I am a social work BSW student here, and I intern at the Well Heart Foundation with Miss Nora Carter Chambers. And within the foundation, I just go ahead and I create manuscripts, and I also create curriculums and we're creating a new development that will be brought to the Will Hout Foundation this year, actually.
Wonderful. That's great. Awesome. Well, good, good, good. So tell us a little bit about your involvement and what you do. And, as I stated earlier, how did you get involved in
I
the
got
mental wellness field?
Gotcha. I did get involved with the mental wellness field, being that I am pursuing my dreams as a social worker. And as an intern here, I've learned every day that you have to have relationships um, to help and assist with mental wellness, keeping yourself active, interacting with people, and ensuring that you're mentally and physically okay.
So how how critical is mental wellness to children's success in school and in life in general?
That is a great question. So, I would say it's definitely very, very critical. It can affect any student despite the environment or in school. Let's say, for instance, if they don't have the proper care or the proper steps, it can go ahead and affect them grade wise with their grades, their achievements, their skills, and it may begin sloping and decreasing at their wellness, their mental wellness in a whole.
So with that being said, how crucial is it for parents to really be up on what's taking place in their children's lives, as well as the teacher in the classroom, for that teacher and that parent to be able to collaborate together about the child that may be struggling, that may be having a difficult time, and we may just overlook it, or we may think it's just um, them misbehaving.
I can go ahead and say it's very, very, very important and crucial for the parent, the student, the family members, everyone to be involved in the student's life. You are never sure what the student may actually be going through and how it may affect them later on in life. So just staying updated, checking on the child, making sure that you are all in accordance with the child or the student with their life on behalf of their mental wellness to ensure that they're progressing and just to check on them and make sure that they're active, they're getting the resources that are provided, they're understanding the concept to go ahead and succeed.
Okay, okay. Now, research has demonstrated that students who receive social, emotional, and mental, as well as behavior health support, achieve better results academically. How can the church and our community help with this?
Hmm. I would say the church and the community can help by staying involved, staying in touch, making it aware that wellness is important, it is key, and it can allow the student to do better. Like for instance, maybe the church want to go ahead and hold sessions in regards to wellness and the parents just letting the student know that hey, wellness is important, you need to take care of yourself, make sure you're doing good and positive so that it won't later in life affect you.
Are there any programs that the church maybe could do to provide that extra support to sort of walk alongside the parents and in helping out with this mental wellness and support?
um At the moment, I can go ahead and speak on the Wellheart Foundation. We do host a women and girl check in, and throughout that check in, we're pretty much ensuring the education of the student and making sure that they have the resources to meet their needs. And a proposal to new programs, I would say to, give me a second. Um, that's a good one for me. I'm trying
You
to think.
you 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 mentioned the Wellheart Foundation. Tell us a little bit about what the Wellness Foundation is about and what takes place.
Alrighty, so with the Wellheart Foundation, here we just go ahead and provide guidance to women and girls so that they can go ahead and take the next steps as a woman and go ahead and make sure they have the, let me make sure I'm saying this right. Um, let me see how I can word this. Um, The Wellhound Foundation seeks to support women and girls through various program methods. These programs educate and empower the esteemed target population. We also have several forums, alliances, and partnerships which are forged to meet these goals, such as education, empowerment, and to enhance the skills of young girls and women.
So I think you brought up a very good point in explaining what the Wellheart Foundation is, but you brought up there's a word that you use that I think we overuse and we really don't really understand what that really means, and that is empowerment. When you say empowerment, what do you really mean in empowering the women and the girls along the way? What does that really mean, and how does that tie in to the mental wellness and support for our young people?
Alrighty. Well, when I say empowerment, going in depth with access, learning, positive thinking, understanding your power and what you are in control of, making your own decisions. And that aligns with the wellness being that you have to stay in control of yourself. You have to be aware of wellness and take the steps to have the proper guidance and accept it. People are here to help as far as the teacher, the family.
Mhm.
Go ahead and just provide the wellness that the student may need.
Very good. What I hear you saying is that you all really provide resources for the women, for the children, and you sort of walk alongside them, help them along the way. You're giving them that moral support that they need. You're not really just standing up and doing a lecture or just doing a lot of data
Mm-hmm.
transferring over to them, but you're actually teaching them and you're walking alongside of them. So, is that something that is important in our communities, in our schools, in our homes, in our churches as well?
Yes, I will have to go ahead and say yes. Guidance is the word that I want to go ahead and use. Many people, I'll say, women or girls may not have the proper guidance. Though providing a hand and just showing them, hey, here's the blueprint. I can assist you with this. Take my hand. I'll walk you step by step if you need it. Here we go. I'm on this journey with you. That's very, very important. We want our young women and girls to just go ahead and prosper and receive a valuable education and just get good jobs and just succeed overall. We want to do better.
Yeah, that's awesome. From your opinion and your expertise in this area, do you think that's missing in our homes and our schools, as well as our churches and our community? I don't want to leave the community out because I think the community is important to be a part of all of this. It takes all of us, the church, the family, the schools, as well as the community. So if we all pull together, we can do a better job in what we're doing today. So that's important to me. How about you?
I'll go ahead and say, I want to just say, yes, it is important. You can't make a taco without the taco shell. You need all of the ingredients. And I know I'm using a metaphor here, but you'll need the tomato, the lettuce, all of the ingredients to just tie it in to one whole shell. So, for instance, we have the student, but we need the family involvement. We need the student to want to be helped. We need the churches, the community, so we can all just being tuned together and ensure the plan goes well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, when you talk about mental health, if mental wellness is left unmet, mental health problems, which are linked to very costly negative outcomes, such as academic and behavior problems, dropping out of school, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, studies have shown mental and behavior health problems not only affect students' short term classroom engagement, but also interfere with long term development of positive relationships and work related skills. What would you say to teachers, parents, and the church, again, as well as the community, to become involved in the mental wellness of children today?
Well, I like to go ahead and start by saying mental wellness is important. And for those who, may second guess it or just blow past it, we need the involvement of everyone. It's important. We need people to step up and be involved in students' life. To go ahead, I also like for people to know that remaining active and just providing a open ear for the student can also just improve the mental well-being. um, I like to also add on, at home, a healthy diet, mouth of word, just encouraging the student, and maybe picking up a new skill or hobby for the student, just keeping them active for their own well-being. As far as the church, you know the church can probably start doing resources and providing programs for the student.
So, when you talk about mental health, it's not say the absence of mental illness, but it is also um, the wellness promotion and social emotion and behavior health. And when you talk about the ability to cope with life challenges, how does this affect the teachers and the parents in making sure that the students receive this proper support? Because again, when you look at our world today is very, very complex. It's so much going on in our world, and children seem to get caught up into so many. It's like they get caught up, if you will, in like the spider web of things. There's always something that's going on that's pulling them away, and sometimes, to add on to that, they get caught up into the wrong crowd of people. They're not giving them the moral and the mental support that they really need. They may be giving them attention. What would be your thoughts of how teachers and parents um, can get involved and 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 help this situation with their children, with their child, or with their student. When you look at being able to bring them in, spend time with them, sit down, have these important conversations that sometimes, even as parents, we get too busy and we don't have time. We sit them in front of a TV and we put something in front of them to entertain them. How important is it for us to really sit down and have really heart to heart conversations with our children? Will that help when we talk about this mental wellness in supporting and empowering our children today? Not just giving them something to appease them or to satisfy them, but giving them some great insight and information as we have great conversations with them. I know that was a long dissertation there, but so actually, let me just sum it up. The question is, how does this affect the teachers and the parents with ensuring that the students receive the proper support?
Thank you so much for that summary there. That was quite. Sorry, I did need
Oh
the
boy.
summary. Glad you
Hey,
said that.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure. I know, I'm a preacher, so you know how it is.
I definitely understand. Um, I would like to go ahead and say that TV is temporary. You can break it. Video games are temporary. Though the relationship and the bond that you build with your son or daughter is forever. That implementation that you're giving them will last. And I would like to go ahead and add on that the world is very complex today. So just providing, the influence that they need rather than social media speak or point of view, because social media is very, very, very influencing. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, you name it. Um, it influences kids. It changed their mindset. It really can. So just opening the door and just letting them know, hey, this is the right steps. Again, guidance. These are the right steps. Here's the blueprint. Take my hand and I can lead you that way. And it may affect if you don't do so, it may affect the parents later on, being that they may second guess uh, their parenthood skills, their lively skills. Let's say, for instance, a student who is stuck in front of TV or playing video games all day, and mom doesn't have time to go to work. You have time. You make time. There's quality time that should be implemented within the student's life so that they can, be aware of goals or well-being or wellness itself, so that they can do better. They can succeed and have the blueprint in front of them. It may affect the student and the parent, being that they're not going to be on the right track. They're not.
Mm,
This is going to give them
hmm.
a hassle. It's going to be a hassle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very good. Thank you for being a part of the Fresh Anointing Show, Glory. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Keep hanging in there. Keep doing what you're doing. We greatly appreciate you sharing your insight and giving us a better grip on how we can be a part of the mental wellness of our students, of our children in school today. And I pray that God will continue to pour out his wisdom upon you as you continue to study and you grow deeper into um, what God has called you to do in the giftedness of being able to help the children and other people today. I pray God's richest blessings upon you. Any closing thoughts?
I just want to go ahead and say thank you. It's been a pleasure to be on this podcast, Reverend Jay. And I hope my words encourage someone to, get involved with wellness, check on your child, and just provide that blueprint. And thank you so much for having me as a guest speaker here at the Anointing Podcast.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Thank you, and pray God's blessings on you once again. And family, thanks for joining us. Continue to pray for Gloria Jones Horton as she continues her journey in the gift and the talents that God has blessed her with. Keep her lifted up. Until next time, may the Lord bless you real good.